This is the Jaffel Report.
Every generation eventually finds something worth marching for. Ours just makes sure to bring ergonomic footwear and snacks.
Hey, it's your West Coast Canadian boomer with an observation on how a boomer navigates the No Kings protest right after this. This Jaffel Report brought to you by 420guidedmeditation.ca. That's the number 420guidedmeditation.ca.
October 18th, 2025.
A day to remember. Our American neighbors spilled into the streets for what they called the No Kings protests. A nationwide pushback against what they see as President Donald Trump's expanding grip on power. As reported by CNN and The Guardian, millions of marchers filled city squares from Boston to Los Angeles, carrying homemade banners proclaiming,
"Democracy, not dynasty,"
and
"No throne zone."
The vibe was more Woodstock reunion than war zone. Lots of guitars, clever signs,
and only a few sore feet.
Meanwhile, up here in Canada, we don't let a good protest go to waste, especially when it's about democracy. Vancouver joined in, as mentioned on Global News, when a few hundred citizens gathered downtown by the Olympic Cauldron. The air was loaded with salt breeze and solidarity,
plus a faint whiff of kombucha.
The signs kept things politely Canadian.
"No tyrants, eh? And we're with you, just slightly chillier."
The BC Humanist Association helped organize speakers stressing that democracy doesn't need a passport.
It just needs participation.
Toronto, not to be outdone, saw its own march near the U.S. consulate with calls for truth, kindness,
and the occasional Timbit donation,
as documented by CTV News and Dawn News. The core message,
"No Kings,"
wasn't just about hating a person. It was about fearing a pattern. Protesters worried that executive orders and personality cults were starting to resemble the very thing the American Revolution tried to ditch. As one cheeky sign read,
"We threw out a king once. Don't make us reinvent tea parties."
The best case scenario? America remembers that democracy isn't a spectator sport. Maybe voter turnout surges, accountability returns, and a new civic spirit blooms from sea to shining sea. Folks might finally rediscover that democracy,
like a good compost pile,
only works when stirred regularly. Worst case? Voter fatigue, outrage burnout, and another round of shouting across algorithms until everybody just wants a nap. President Trump could easily brush it off as more
fake news theater,
and the movement might fizzle into hashtags and hopeful playlists.
Canadians might shrug and retreat to hockey scores,
thinking democracy will somehow self-clean
like a toaster oven.
But here's the truth from a damp corner of the Pacific. Democracy is a bit like West Coast weather. Unpredictable, messy,
but always worth stepping into.
Sometimes it drenches you, sometimes it renews you.
And every so often you find a rainbow shaped like a voting booth.
Who am I, you ask? Just another friendly observer. Call me Jaffo.
The JaffelReport.ca.
The Jaffel Report is downloadable from wherever you get your podcasts from. That's the JaffelReport.ca.
Life can be overwhelming, and sometimes we all need a moment to recharge. I initially discovered guided meditation back in my 40s, but neglected it until my heart attack in my 60s. Eventually, I started recording my own guided meditations, and now I'd like to share them with the public. Whether you prefer a simple, soothing voice or a rich experience by adding music with ambient sounds, I've got you covered. The meditation sessions start at $4.20 each. The first 3 are free. Visit 420guidedmeditation.ca. That's the number 420guidedmeditation.ca. And start your journey to inner calm. Your path to peace is just a click away. This Canuck Boomer thanks you for your time, and we'll catch up with you again soon.